Okie dokie, my friends. So let's go ahead and get down onto the backs, and we will get started. So as always, we're setting up for comfort. So that's such a nice way to start so that we can really relax the body. We don't have to worry about holding ourselves up. So whether you want your legs straight or bent, lay your arms out any way that you're comfortable so that your body can completely just rest back and you're not holding yourself. And once you're on your back, we'll take a few breaths here to help us arrive here on our mat. So let's take a big breath in. And let your mouth open, big sigh. Just let it go. Another big breath in. And sigh it out. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale your breath. And exhale, let it go. And if you're comfortable and they're not already closed, go ahead and let your eyes soften and close. Allow the body to just rest back into the floor. We'll just start to draw our awareness in and allow that awareness to just wash over your body. And just take inventory here. Is there any place in your body that is really talking to you this morning? That sensation is more vivid? And just take note of that without judgment. And then flip the coin and maybe take notice of any areas of your body where there's less sensation, places that are more quiet. And then go ahead and come to the breath this morning. And as you take your next breath in, trace the journey of the breath down into the lungs and just notice what moves. Where do you feel your breath? Is it in the chest or the ribs? Maybe the belly? And we'll begin to slow the breath down just a little bit. See if you can take the breath on the inhale down into the belly and let your belly expand. And then exhale, let it soften. Nice, slow, steady inhale, finding expansion in the belly, and maybe let the ribs find some opening, lifting up and out. And then as you inhale next, letting the belly, the ribs, and see if we can bring the breath all the way up into the chest. Maybe all the way up to the top, to where the collarbones are. And as you exhale, just deflate, empty out. And just take a few rounds here. Breathing from the belly all the way up into the chest. And exhaling, emptying out from the top to the bottom. Couple more cycles of breath. Take one more round here, and at the bottom of that exhale, just release the breath to a natural rhythm and take a moment just to notice the state of your nervous system, how you're feeling energetically. Are there any jitters there? Any anxiousness? Again, this is not a judgment. This is just a moment of noticing where we are, and we'll check in at the end of our practice and see if there's been any change. So we'll go ahead and we'll lengthen the legs out long if they're not already. You can float the eyes open if you'd like. We're going to take a little banana stretch just to get a nice full side body stretch. So move the right foot over to the right corner of your mat, bring the left foot over. You can cross the left ankle over the right if you'd like, or you can just leave the feet together, your choice. And we're just going to wiggle walk the shoulders over to the right and sweep the arms up over our head. So we're making like a little banana shape or a little crescent moon shape if you'd like. And take an inhale and gently lengthen out through that whole left side of your body, from the arm, the fingers, all the way down the side body into the left leg. Inhaling, getting really long. Feel that beautiful full length of the body stretch. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, just simply bring yourself back to center. You can leave the arms up. We're just going to take it to the other side. So we'll take the left foot over to the left corner. The right foot will follow, landing next to the foot or over the ankle, and wiggle walk those shoulders over to the left. Take an inhale to stretch. See if you can feel the line of energy, the stretching, the lengthening. From the fingers, maybe the pinky finger, down the arm, side, body, into the hip and the right leg. And then go ahead and wiggle walk yourself back to the center. Draw one knee at a time up and give yourself a hug and just rock side to side. Notice what's happening in the back body as we bring some sensation there. And we're all going to roll onto our favorite side and press up to a seat this morning. And if you'd like, grab your blanket and sit up to elevate your hips a bit. Once you find your seat, just take a couple circles with the heart, circling around in both directions here. And your circles can be really small, they can be bigger. Maybe rocking on those sit bones, just real flowy here. Making sure you're going in both directions. And we'll come to stillness at center. So we are going to take our left foot and we're going to bring it out as if we were when we do in a loose Baddha Konasana. So the foot is out in front of us. So we're just going to let that knee fall out. The right foot will stay tucked in. So just let the knee fall. Bring the right hand with the fingers pointing inward towards your midline to the top of the right knee, and bring the left hand, again, fingers gently pointing slightly inward onto the inside of your left knee. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, we slowly fold forward, but turn the shoulders to the left and dip your right shoulder down. So we're twisting and kind of pressing that right shoulder down. We'll inhale, bring the shoulders to the center, and exhale, fold back in, twist, press the right shoulder down. Just inhale to release, come out, and exhale, press down. Linger here for a breath, using our hands to press into the knees, help us in our twist. Noticing where you feel some sensation, maybe the right shoulder. Inhale, come on back up. Exhale, release the arms. Let's bring the right foot out, scooch that left foot in, drop the right knee out, place the hands on the knees, take a breath in, exhale, begin to fold gently forward, press that left shoulder down, twisting the heart to the right. Inhale, release to center, exhale, twist it back down. Inhale, find center, exhale, press down. One more time, inhale, unwind, center, exhale, press that left shoulder down, twist. Gently pressing into the thigh or the knees. And then inhale, unwind yourself, come to center. Bring the left foot out to meet the right into a loose Baddha Konasana. Place the hands on the shins, the ankles, and just draw the heart forward and up, lifting the sternum. We're going to take some cat-cow today, seated in this loose Baddha Konasana. So as you inhale, draw your heart forward, arch the back, lift the gaze as if you were in our cow pose. And exhale, dome it back, chin to chest, round into the spine. Inhale, bring it forward, lift. Exhale, take it back. Inhaling forward. Exhale, rounding back a few more at your own pace with your own breath. Maybe take one more round wherever you are. Next, inhale, draw the heart forward, gently draw that heart folding forward. Only come to the point where you begin to feel sensation in the inner thighs, maybe into the hips. Again, very gentle and loose here. We're not end range of motion, taking a deep stretch here. Just saying hello to those inner thigh muscles. They're called the adductors. And then we'll come on up and we'll release, and we're going to switch ourselves over into tabletop. Go ahead and set your blanket aside. We will probably be using that later for support, so just keep it handy. And just make sure that your blocks are up at the top of your mat nearby so that you can reach them. All righty. So once you're in table, just take a few sways, some organic movement here, maybe a little barrel roll, any way that you feel like moving. We've done some cat-cow, but if you want to do a couple more, you're certainly always welcome to do that. Just find some any which way movement in that spine. So we're going to take a little variation on our down dog today. We're going to tuck our toes. Knees are about hip width apart. We're setting the hands just barely in front of the shoulders. We're going to inhale the breath, and as you exhale, we're lifting about halfway to down dog, but then open the knees out like you're in, almost like you're in Baddha Konasana, butterfly downward dog. Come forward, drop the knees, inhale, find cow. Exhale, start to send back, butterfly, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop the knees, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, butterfly, downward facing dog. One more, inhale. And exhale, press back, find your little butterfly down dog, hang out there for a breath. And then inhale, come on back down to the knees. We'll untuck the toes. We're going to walk the hands out further this time, about a full handprint out in front. We're going to inhale, come forward, drop the hips, bend the knees, point the toes up to the sky, lift your heart. And then take it back into child's pose. Just as far as you can go. Don't worry if the hips reach the heels or not. So inhale, come forward. Exhale, drop the hips, point those toes up, lift the heart and gaze. Inhale, start to shift back, and exhale into child's pose. So just flow here, back and forth. Letting your exhale take you back, pressing the hips towards the heels. The inhale brings us forward, and the exhale drops the hips, and we point those toes. We'll do one more time. As you exhale down, we'll linger here for a breath. Just keep pressing the floor away, lifting the heart. And exhale, come on back, find a child's pose, see if we can get those hips closer to the heels this time. We're going to take a couple breaths into the back body, specifically right around the kidney area. Exhale and soften. Lift the gaze, look forward, walk your hands back out in front of you, tuck your toes, lift the knees, come into plank, take a breath in here. As you exhale, lower to the belly, taking just a regular little flow here, untuck your toes, inhale to lift for your cobra, your head, neck, and heart. Exhale, lower the nose to the mat. Inhale, press through table. And once more, arrive in child's pose. Inhale, come on forward and find table. We're going to draw the right knee forward, and we're going to place that foot between the hands. Again, blocks are helpful here if you want to support yourself. We're here for a breath. We're going to spend a breath sinking the hips. So inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, sink the hips. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, and drop your heel. Going ahead and cartwheeling up on the inhale, find warrior two. Our regular warrior two for a moment. Find what alignment you need in your feet and your knees. We want to feel strong and stable here. Flipping the front palms up, notice the shoulders relax back. Turn your gaze forward out in front of along your right hand. And we're just reversing about maybe a foot. Lifting forward and up, reaching back and down. Holding for just a breath or two more. Inhale, straighten into your front knee, making sure your heart is turned towards the side of the mat. Take the right arm, bring it across the chest, and hook your left arm underneath behind your right elbow. Your left palm will be facing you, the right finger's facing the back of the mat. Take a breath in here, exhale, tilt backwards and point your right hand down towards your left heel, look down as well. Inhale, come up. Both hands are going to turn towards the ceiling, maybe even eagling up. You can wrap that left hand around the right wrist or just leave the fingers pointing up. As we exhale, we're going to tilt forward with our eagle arms. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release that right hand down. Bend backwards, turn and look towards the left foot. Inhale up, fingers go to the ceiling. Exhale, leaning towards the front. Inhale up, exhale, release the right hand down and back. Inhale up, exhale, tilt forward. One more each way. Inhale up, exhale. Inhale, fingers reach up, exhale, coming forward. Linger here, and on your next inhale, unwind the arms gracefully and flower open into triangle. Take a beautiful breath here. Inhale the breath. Exhale, bend that front knee. Lift the back heel, spin the heart towards the mat, and bring your hands to blocks or your mat. And we're going to take the left foot and we're going to hip hop it up and out. So just shortening our stance here. You may want your blocks here. This is where I suggest everyone probably grab their blocks. So keep the front knee bent here so that the knee's over the ankle. Keep the spine long, lift the heart, take a breath in. As you exhale, we're leaning back, straighten into the front leg, peel the toes back, but bend that back left knee a little bit. See how my toes here are flexed. So we inhale, the foot returns to the floor, we bend forward, lift the heart. Exhale, the front knee goes straight, the back knee bends, and we peel the toes up and back. So back and forth with your breath. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Just kind of rocking on that front heel. And wherever you are, just take one more. We'll end back. We're going to hold here with the foot flexed, toes pulling back. And then go ahead and place the left toes on the floor. Let the foot come flat. Bring a block underneath your left shoulder. Inhale and lift yourself so that your heart is nice and long and lifted, spine is straight. And gently start to peel yourself open, twisting to the right with the right arm floating up, revolving our triangle, actually, or revolve pyramid. Take a breath in and exhale. Go ahead and let both hands find the earth. We're going to take that left foot and we're going to hip hop it back and drop the back knee. Untuck the toes. Let yourself sink here. Inhale your breath, lift the heart, exhale, melt the hips down. We're going to set the blocks aside. Bring the hands to the mat and slowly draw the right foot all the way back behind you. Bird dog, send the right leg back behind you. Nice and strong here. Inhale your breath. Exhale, bend the elbows backwards and dip your chin towards the mat. Lift the back leg. Inhale, press up. From here, exhale, bend that right knee, bring the knee right into the curve of your left ankle. So the knee fits right into the curve of the back of the left ankle. Flex your right foot, lean into the right hand and sweep the left hand up and over, and maybe just tap that right heel with your left hand. Just tapping, or just reach for it. So there's a little bit of a balance here. If you're wobbling, that's okay. Welcome that wobble. Inhale, sweep the arm back up. Exhale the hand to the mat, extend the right leg out to the left side, bring the toes to the floor. A little opposite leg stretch here, press into your heel, gaze over your left shoulder. Maybe a little pulsing back and forth here. Inhale the leg back behind you. Exhale, drop the toes, extend the left leg back into a plank. Inhale, shift forward, exhale, lower down. Untuck the toes, inhale for your cobra. Exhale, lower down. And then inhale through table and exhale, child's pose. Take a beautiful cleansing breath here. So if your body's kind of going, what was that? Just know that that's normal when we're going outside of, outside of our box, our comfort zone in our practice. Sometimes we do those things that are a little different. The body's like, huh, what are we doing? So just take one more breath here and we'll move on to the other side. So let's inhale ourselves forward, coming into that tabletop, and we're drawing the left knee forward this time. So please go ahead when you're ready, bring that left knee forward however you need to. Bring it up between the hands. Using your blocks if you'd like. We're going to inhale to lift the heart and exhale, we're just sinking. We'll hang out here in this space for about a breath, just letting the hips sink. And then we'll go ahead, we'll place the hands either on your blocks or on your mat, tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, and go ahead and drop that back heel. Cartwheel up, warrior two, other side. On the inhale, go ahead, find that warrior two. Remember, we're feeling stable here, so adjust your feet accordingly. When you're ready, flip the palms. And just slightly lean back, reaching that left hand back, the right arm back, the left arm forward. Soften that jaw. Relax your shoulders as much as you can. And then inhale, we'll straighten into that front knee and bring the left arm across and hook it on under. Just switch so I'm facing away from you. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to inhale here at the top, exhale, leaning back, pointing that left hand towards our right ankle, gazing down. Inhale, come up, both fingers reach for the sky or eagle up your arms. Exhale, tilt forward. Inhale, come up, release that left hand. Exhale, lean on back. Gaze down. Inhale it up. Exhale it over. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale to bring up. exhale, take it forward. Let's do one more on each side. Inhale up, exhale back and down. Inhale it up, and exhale, tilting forward. Linger here for a breath. Your next inhale. Beautiful flower open, find your triangle. So again, we'll inhale the breath. Exhale, bend into that front knee. Lift the back heel and rotate the heart towards the mat. Go ahead, find your blocks and hip hop that right foot up and out. So we're in nice a short warrior one stance. Find the blocks for your support. Bend the knee so it comes over your left ankle. Inhale the breath, lengthen the spine. And exhale, sink it back. Pull the toes back of that left foot. Inhale it forward, straightening the back knee, bending into the front. Exhale, reversing it. Bend the back knee, straighten the front, pull the toes back. Back and forth, rock it back and forth. Inhaling forward, exhaling it back. Maybe noticing the changing sensations in the legs back and forth. Matching the movement to the pace of your breath. And then maybe take one more, and as you exhale, linger, gently pulling the toes back. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, let the foot find the mat of the left foot falls down. You can straighten into the back knee. Both legs are straight, bringing your block underneath your right shoulder. Inhale, nice long spine. You want to keep that spine straight, heart reaching forward. And then going ahead and peeling open, turning the heart to the left, reaching the left arm up. Thinking about keeping the hips at the midline rather than swinging out. Let's try to keep them right in line with the midline. Revolving here. Soft jaw. Soft breath. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, just soften into the front knee as you bring that other arm down. Hip hop the right leg back. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, sink the hips. Take a breath there. I'm going to remove my blocks and place the hands on the mat. Sweep that left foot back, all the way back to bird dog, resetting my hands underneath my shoulders. Reaching back with my left leg, inhaling. Exhale, little mini push up, bend the elbows back, dip the chin, let it kiss the mat, lift that back leg. Inhale, press it up. And exhale, bend the knee, and once again, placing the knee in that little curve of the ankle of the right foot. Bending that foot up, flexing the toes of my left foot. I'm going to lean my weight slightly into my left hand, and I'm sweeping my right arm up and over, and I'm reaching back, maybe tapping that heel of my left foot, or just reaching for it. Sweep the arm up on the inhale. And exhale, drop the right hand to the mat and lengthen that right foot out to the left leg out to the right, and go ahead and press into the heel and gently pulse back and forth. We'll inhale to extend the leg back behind us. Exhale, drop the toes to the mat. Extend the right leg back, come into plank. Inhale, shift a little forward, and exhale, bend the elbows back and lower to your belly. Untuck the toes, let's find a cobra. Inhale, maybe an up dog if you're feeling like that. Exhale, let's take it all back to a child's pose. Big breath in here. Remember, fill the back body. Exhaling, really let it all go. And just take a couple more like that. Alrighty, next inhale. Just come on up and find a tabletop. I'm going to have you grab your blanket or have your blocks handy. We're going to come into a deer posture, and I'll cue you how to get into it from your tabletop. But just make sure you have these things handy in case you need some support underneath the hips. So we're going to draw the right knee forward and place it behind the right wrist and turn that right foot out to the left. We're going to lean over to the right, bend the left knee back, and come to seated. So we have the right knee and leg in front of us. We have the back left leg curled behind us. So here's where your support can come in. Maybe it would feel more comfortable for you to elevate the hips a little and sit up on a blanket or even a block. So don't worry too much about, if one leg is out a little bit further or the knee's way back. Just find whatever is comfortable for you in your body in this general shape. You just want to be able to sit up tall so that you're not leaning. So once we're here, we're going to take a breath in. And as you exhale, just take the right hand across, twist, and just reach for the left ankle. Maybe tap the heel if you can reach it. Don't worry if you can't. Take a little twist here. As you inhale, sweep the heart through center right along the shin of the right leg, and exhale, fold forward out over the right shin. Reach those fingers out long. Keep the neck long by gazing down at the floor, gently tucking the chin in towards the throat. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, walk your hands out over to the right, coming out over the right thigh now, and just walk it out as far as you can. So now a little twist to the right. Reach those left fingers long. Again, keeping the gaze down at the floor. We're going to start to come out, inhale, and just lift up a little bit. We're really leaning over onto that right hip now. Really lean over so that you can sweep that left foot up and around. And we're going to rock the baby this morning. So you're going to hold the left knee with your left hand and the left foot with your right hand and rock it. Or you can bring the foot into the elbow and the knee into the elbow. So either one, and just rock the baby. We're rocking the femur in the socket here of the hip. So either way, just kind of rocking it back and forth. Good. Let's find stillness. We're going to go ahead and bring that left foot, and we're just going to cross it over, coming either into stacking the knees, but don't worry if the knees don't come right above each other. Just bring the foot across into like a loose Gomukhasana. So we're going to just take a breath in here, and we're going to exhale, we're going to fold forward. So with this left foot on top, you may notice we're starting to find a stretch here in the outer hip, much like we do in pigeon. This is an alternative variation that you can use in pigeon anytime if we're in the forward-facing pigeon and you don't feel like that day. You can always take a version like this and you still can get that same effect in the hip. So just take it forward as far as you can. Notice if you can feel any sensation in the hip. How's your breath and how's that jaw? Nice and soft. On your next inhale, gently bring the torso back up. Take that left foot and place it out in front of you towards the top of your mat. We're going to rock over onto that right hip again. Place your hands on the floor so that we lift the hips, and we're going to start wiggle walking the right foot back into a lunge again. So finding that lunge, drop the hip. And then we're slowly going to draw this left foot back, drop the left knee behind the left wrist, turn the left foot out to the right, rock over, bend that right knee back behind you, foot, and come back to deer posture now on the other side. And again, maybe you want to lift those hips a little bit. So find your seat here, get comfortable. I'm going to lift the heart, sit tall, take a breath in. As you exhale, twist to the right, reach that left hand over and across and reach for your heel. Fingers don't need to meet the heel. We can just reach for it. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, come to center. And remember, we're going to fold now forward out over the left shin. Noticing how your neck feels. Draw the chin in towards the throat a bit. Keep the neck long. Inhale your breath. And exhale, walk the hands all the way over to the left, finding a twist here in our fold. Keep folding forward. And we want to reach that right arm. Really reach that right arm. Alrighty, let's slightly lift ourselves on the inhale, and this time really rock and lean way over onto that left hip and bring the right leg around, and we'll rock the baby on this side. So grab that shin, the knee and the foot any way you like, either with the elbows or with the hands here, and we'll just rock that baby. And then we'll go ahead and we'll release the leg, crossing the foot over, either stacking the knees or just loosely, your choice. Neither one is better. We'll take a breath in, and as we exhale, just fold forward out over the crossed legs. Noticing where you feel the sensation. Try to relax the upper body. Breathe a slow, even breath here. Maybe Visualizing the breath all the way down into that outer hip. And let's bring it up on the inhale. Okay, so just like on the other side, this time with the right foot, we're going to unwind that foot. We're going to place it towards the top of the mat. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to lean forward, come up, sweep that left foot back, and come into, wiggle walk it back, come into one last lunge here. Inhale the heart, exhale, sink the hips. And then very slowly, go ahead and draw that right foot back. And just walk yourself back towards the back of your mat a little bit. Grab your blanket. We're going to unfold our blanket today and lay it across our mat so that the blanket comes off the mat on both sides. And then just come to kneel with your knees on your blanket. Now, if you're on a carpet, this might be fine. You might not need the blanket because our knees are going to be off the mat. We're going to walk the knees really wide and bring the toes together like a wide-legged child's pose, but we're going to keep the hips elevated right over the knees. We're coming into a little froggy pose. This is a yin posture, and it really opens up the inner thighs. So remember, in yin, from what I've learned in my studies, is we have a tendency of like going full throttle in yin, taking it to that end range of motion, but really that's not what we want to do. We really want to find about 60%, 50 to 60% of our end range of motion when we go into this. So don't think about really getting down and opening up these legs as super, super wide. So we're just going to let our knees slide on the blanket, opening up, again, keeping hips elevated. You can drop to the forearms. Or if it's available, you're always option to drop the heart and the chest towards the floor and just letting the knees gently fall open. Again, here, they're sliding out, but we're not trying to push ourselves down and see how far we can go. So we want to still, the best gauge is your breath. So if you're able to breathe smooth and even, comfortably, then you've got it. If your breath is starting to get staggered, or you're like, then you want to back out a little bit. That's your best gauge. So we're going to be here for about a minute in our little froggy. And if at any point it becomes really uncomfortable, please know that you're welcome to come out of it and just take a wide-legged child's pose instead. Just focus on your breath. Breathing in, filling the belly, the chest. Exhaling nice and even and slow. About another 15 seconds. And as we come out, we always want to come out of this super, super slow. You don't want any sudden movement. So if you were down, you want to come up to the forearms and just slowly, slowly start to draw those knees back in underneath the hips. And then go ahead and take a child's pose. Couple breaths here in child's pose. And then slowly bring yourself back up. So I'm just going to leave my blanket here, right on my mat. And I'm just going to come forward and I'm going to lay back down onto my back. I'm just going to have that blanket along my back body. Nice little cushion there. Once you come onto your back, just find a nice comfortable place here for a moment. It might feel good to stretch the legs out. So if you'd like to take a body stretch here, go ahead. And then just come and bend the knees back up. Place your feet on the floor. Cross your right ankle over your left knee, like we do for reclining pigeon, and let the knee fall out. Flex your right foot. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, let the knees and the feet drop over to the left. So like a little twisted reclining pigeon here. Take your hands and your arms, bring them up, grab opposite elbows. We're making like a little box shape here with our arms. So grabbing opposite elbows, looking at the ceiling, take a breath in, and exhale, draw the elbows over to the right, let your gaze follow. Slow, steady breath. You can take a breath in here, and as you exhale, just release the hands up above the head, turn the gaze back to center. We'll stay here for about a breath or two. And then on your next inhale, we'll draw the knees back up to center and uncross the legs. And we'll just switch it out here. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Relax that left knee out, flex the left foot. Inhale your breath and exhale, take everything to the right. Draw the hands out, make your little box shape with our arms. Grabbing opposite elbows, inhale your breath. Exhale, draw the elbows over to the left. Let your gaze also follow and draw to the left. A little inhale here and exhale. Let the hands just float up above you. Gaze comes back up towards the sky. Another breath or two here. And then gently inhale the knees back up. Unwind the legs. Place the feet on the floor. Keep your hands above your head with the fingertips just barely touching, and let the knees fall out and open. Taking a variation on reclining Supta Baddha Konasana. And just lay here, gazing up, maybe even close the eyes. And maybe even visualize if someone were to gaze down on you from above, your body is almost in the shape of the symbol for infinity. When I think about it, I'm always amazed at the infinite wisdom our bodies have. They're so complex. Trillions, literally trillions of cells every moment, metabolizing, creating proteins, doing their job, all of them, every day, every moment, to keep us alive, keep us functioning. Take another breath. We're going to go ahead, we're going to let the hands release, float them down to the sides, maybe help the outside of the thighs and bring the knees up. Go ahead and give yourself a hug here. Rock side to side. And if you'd like, maybe take a happy baby here or anything else that you need. What would fulfill your practice today? Are you done with our playtime today and you're ready to get into your Shavasana? So this is your time here, this next minute, to just use your intuition, use your infinite wisdom. Let your body guide you. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and extend your legs out long. And bring the arms down. We'll close our eyes. Remember, use any props here to help make your Shavasana as comfortable as possible. But once you arrive in your Shavasana, please take a nice big breath in. A big, deep, rich, full breath, inhaling. And then open your mouth, exhale, big sigh, pour everything out. And relax yourself back. Soften your forehead. See if you can soften the scalp, the skin behind your ears. Release and soften your cheeks and jaw. Continuing that softening through the throat, the collarbones and the shoulders. Bring relaxing, easeful awareness down the arms. Pause at the palms today. Can you feel any sensation in the palms of your hands? A sense of aliveness. And then just relax and let everything drain through the fingers. Soften the heart space, relax the shoulder blades down on the earth. Relax your belly. Release tension in the hips. And consciously drain the awareness down through the thighs, over the knees, into the shins and the calves. Come through the ankles. Pause at the soles of your feet. Just like at the palms, can you feel any sensation in the soles of your feet? There's no right or wrong answer, no yes or no, just notice. And then take one more inhale, and on the exhale, let everything drain out the toes. Allow yourself to be supported by the earth and just be. Rest in your Shavasana. Slowly, gently, begin to draw in a nice, deep, full inhale and exhale. Take a few more deep breaths as you'd like. Noticing how the breath brings energy into the body, letting it encourage you to find the gentle movement you need to release yourself from Shavasana today. Taking whatever movement you need, eventually drawing your knees up and rolling to your right side. And once you find your right side, please linger there for about 3 or 4 breaths. Just notice. Check in with that state of your nervous system again, like we did at the beginning. Perhaps notice if there's been any shifts or changes. Just taking note of the effects our practice had today. And then when you're ready, slowly, gently make your way back up and find a comfortable seat. Once you get there, let's go ahead and bring our hands to our heart and close our eyes. Let's breathe together to seal the practice. Inhale. Exhale, let's let it go. And bringing fingertips to forehead for peaceful thoughts, to the mouth for kind words, back to our heart for loving action. From my heart to yours, thank you guys so much for playing today. I hope that was fun. The love and light in me sees and honors that beautiful love and light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.
That was fun.